Sit back, relax. Try to maintain your composure. You are about to become connected.
By the way, may I just say, everybody welcome to Connect Podcast number 20. As it stands out, we've recorded 8 minutes, 13 seconds of video without any volume, and actually, these mics reach about 2 meters away.
So you should be getting it. No, I'm just trying to...
The volume settings are on. I'll actually increase the gain, and I'll try to talk quietly. So anyway, within camera, that's Sean. Welcome your guest.
Yeah,
welcome your guest.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, welcome my guests.
You are the host.
I'm the host. Okay, great. So this is Sean Baker and this is Tessa George. So we both hold the Connect podcast. This is Jess.
Hi. Our friend.
Michele.
Hi,
everybody.
Sonny.
And Sonny. And Sonny holds his own podcast.
Sonny was a star of our podcast.
Yeah, well, number what?
Number 4 or 5? Yeah,
okay.
One of the early
One of
ones.
the
Yeah,
early
definitely.
You guys are doing well. And I, along with Chris, I host the TMR podcast, which talks about technologies, myths, and realities. Anyway, we're in a really cool house where we live. We've just eaten. We've just printed something on a 3D printer. We've eaten a meal which is mostly organic, made up from pesto grown in my backyard, and
that's right.
Tomatoes.
We're drinking sangria with chili in it, and
we're
about to talk to another very illustrious housemate of this house, and it's almost like Big Brother. Well, Michele is the main man in charge of the Zeitgeist movement in Melbourne right now, and he's really done a brilliant job organizing the annual event called Z-Day or Zeitgeist Day, and I'd say brilliant because I'm speaking in it, and so it's...
So when's Z-Day?
The 24th of March.
24th of March.
Yeah. In Collingwood Senior Citizens Centre.
We'll definitely be there.
That's good.
That's good.
Tell people how to get tickets, Michele. Right?
Yeah.
Well, we have a group on Meetup, Zeitgeist Melbourne. You can get tickets from there. Right. Otherwise, we have zeitgeistmelbourne.info is our official website.
Nice.
And you can get some detailed information about the event if you want to know more. And there is the link to the Meetup group where you can buy the tickets.
On zeitgeistmelbourne.info, the website's now, it's in its second year. I started it about a year and a bit ago, and as I believe, does it still host a great range of films, documentaries, information?
Absolutely.
It does. Actually,
that's brilliant.
Yeah, what would it be? Just like screenings and talks and...
We have video sections with...
You'll have to go there, right? Experience it yourself. What are you actually doing on Z-Day?
On Z-Day, we're gonna have 5 different organizations. Sure. Talking pretty much about what they're about. So it's...
Sustainability, that sort of thing, or
sustainability.
Or bringing down the economy.
Maybe we'll leave that to later. But
the idea for the event is for it to be a hub for different realities to connect with each other and different people to have a general understanding of what the different organizations are about and eventually get involved with.
So what organizations do we have on?
We're gonna have the Zeitgeist movement.
That's a good start.
I'll fly the flag.
First in line.
Yeah.
A brief Joseph?
Nah.
No, I don't think he'll come to Melbourne.
Nah, he's busy on the 24th.
He's got a few.
Yeah, I asked him, but.
Oh, really?
We're gonna have a brief presentation by Craig, who's going to be our host, and then a presentation from Sonny about the history of education and
the nature of it, the future, and a couple of big ideas.
Perfect.
Then we're going to have Theo Kitchener from Doing It Ourselves, which is an organization active in Melbourne, as far as I know, and maybe somewhere else.
Yeah, nice.
Cassie, which is Center for the Advancement of a Steady State Economy.
Okay.
And it's also one of the organizations with the most difficult title ever
that
ever existed, probably. But Beyond Zero Emission
Nice.
and Transition Network, Transition Town.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
So you have a
Some-
pretty
Absolutely.
cool spectrum of what's
definitely.
around in terms of activism. And,
Yeah, excellent.
And it'll be a nice sunny day in March. I
Yep.
mean, we've got the chemtrail people taking care of the weather. It's
Oh my god. Absolutely. Well, let's not get started on that just yet.
Yeah, just to stand off
Yeah.
from the chemicals, we're going to be indoor as well. So.
so.
Perfect. Yeah, excellent.
So anyway, we're gonna cut this off and we're gonna post this on the internet. Seriously though, before we cut anything off, if you're watching this, Z-Day is at this particular moment exactly 13 days away from when we're recording it, and we've sold roughly 15-16% of our tickets. There's only 80 to go, so we'd like you to make Michele and myself less stressful. Just go on meetup.com, search up Zeitgeist Melbourne, and buy the tickets. Don't buy them on the day, just buy them straight away.
Spontaneously.
Just
In a consumer style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just pretend like they're the new iPhone that's
nothing's
just come out, you know?
Trust us. Like,
Absolutely.
Pretend it's a double microphone, double Mac.
yeah.
So we're done with Z-Day. So the Connect, I mean, what is this Connect podcast going to be about? We're going to need a
What's it
title.
going to be about? It's like
What is it gonna be
podcast
about?
nothing.
Have we thought about that yet? Yeah, like
Podcast
Seinfeld?
about nothing.
Podcast about nothing. No.
A title
No.
would be good.
What is our
What do you
motto?
have a title for this episode? Or
Yeah.
mean for our...
well-
we have a title. What do you mean?
We have what's our motto for the Connect?
To empower the individual and uncover the magic in the world.
There you go.
Empower the individual and uncover the magic in the world. I like it.
Yeah,
Guess
definitely.
whose part is which?
I'm,
Mine's magic.
I'll do my bit to empower the individual. I'll say that 3D printing is the next internet. It will end
Definitely.
shopping. It will end shopping centers. It will drive.
Maybe they'll have people hacking into each other's printing networks and making them print 60 whistles. Inundate the house with.
That'll be office work.
I mean,
yeah.
Bam.
But
Exactly.
Within the first right before at some time earlier today, we printed out on our 3D printer the first object. It's a robot whistle.
That's a robot.
Unfortunately, the robot
It even has a design.
the robot isn't quite whistling yet.
Yeah.
So the engineer sitting in the seat is going to try to update the design and optimize it. But
On a program on his computer.
realistically, open source printers that cost, $600 are already printing plastic parts to a precision
A
of,
little bit better than the whistle.
5% of a millimeter, 0.05 of a millimeter. Now, the future really is, we already can print metal parts. We'll be able to print out most consumable devices, and as I said, consign shopping centers to history. And the more we can get this into a free philosophy, where it's open source, where it's not Google, Microsoft, or General Motors owning this stuff, where the designs just belong to the
Copyright.
people,
Yeah.
and some 13-year-old in a garage can make it, the better future we're going to have. So, I encourage you all to look up open source communities, open source hardware, open source software, and look up open source 3D printing. It will change the future, and,
What do you expect?
being there when it happens, being early would be a beautiful thing.
No, I mean, the thing about it is that,
I'm so glad I've seen
it's
that.
good. It can sort of micromanage stuff, but I don't think everyone's got the...
Micromanage.
It can micromanage,
fork here and there.
if one person had it in the house, you could give stuff to all your friends.
Oh,
and
you
that
can have a
sort of
really
thing.
big one. Then.
You know what I mean?
Size
But
one.
the thing is, I don't know if, the technology's got to get a lot more user-friendly before people are, coherent with being able
But
to...
you only have to wait one generation for that to happen.
Yeah,
It's not far away.
definitely.
It will happen very quickly. I mean, Michele and I, I'll actually pull out the camera and film it. It's not working at the moment, but there it is. Me and
Me.
this guy
Not me.
put that together
Nothing, no hand in that.
in a random few days. But you could pay an extra $300 and get it delivered assembled. And now the latest is Robo 3D. You look it up. A project that started on Kickstarter, like the one that I have called Bukobot has. So essentially, this is crowdfunding. This is like somebody with a great idea, and then there's a few thousand people.
I love that. That's nice. That's
Yeah,
a good idea.
And then there's a few thousand people that come in and they just say like, yeah, I like that idea. I'm gonna buy one 6 months before you even get to make your first.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it is changing the world. I mean, whatever you think about.
Is it being used commercially yet? It's not. It wouldn't be, would it? Anywhere in the world, it's 3D printing.
Look, 3D actually, the scary thing is, 3D printing's been around for like 35 years.
Yeah, it has been, but it's just probably.
Our idea is to
Pretty
actually
fast, like-
print out the things we're going to design for automated watering and everything.
See, that's incredible.
So print out the enclosures and it's a huge potential.
Yeah.
Like instead of having through the painful process of either buying off-the-shelf products or having custom designs,
Absolutely,
having to deal with companies that do that on a larger scale and having to pay big money for that.
Yeah, certainly.
If we just produce 10 items, we can just do them. We can handle the thing. Up until the business kicks in, and then eventually we go full scale. But
I mean, the idea is pretty simple. If you can use open source technologies to figure out how to grow food really, really cheaply with minimal human effort at like little local areas, turn your suburban home into a mini farm. That grows like fish and 50 varieties of vegetables. All of a sudden, an institution like Woolworths and Coles becomes like something for, I don't know, maybe you
lazy
can,
people.
Yeah, somewhere where you can, somewhere where you can consume an inordinate amount of chemicals for an inordinate price, and mess with your personal health and free time and direct money at individuals who aren't going to do anything good with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We just want to make it easy and cheap to live a cool life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You provide so much more for yourself, like independently.
Absolutely.
One good thing to say about open source, I think, it's that it gets exponentially better, and even in terms of quantity of goods provided, in a sense, the more people join.
Yeah.
Because you have 3D printers, and I stumbled upon a video the other day.
Yeah.
The guy was complaining that the actual filament that you have to buy cost
This is the filament.
$60, and the guy designed an open source model of basically a molder.
Yeah.
You can get PVC bottle from the plastic bottle for water or everything. The thing shreds the thing and molds the filament.
Oh, shit. Really?
So you can get your plastic for for free, essentially. And that's the power of open source.
That's unbelievable.
So long there's people that come up with their own idea and they make it available for everybody, then
it's not about leveraging something to make every last cent you can out of it. People want it, so a lot of people want it, so we can price it somewhere really high, so half of them can get it. But even though half of them get it, we still get the most money out of it. The artificial scarcity, no, it's kind of like, this is a cool idea, and we want to make it as good and as cheap as humanly possible so everyone can have it. And, individuals that are engineers and designers within various open source companies, open source movements, even dudes in a garage, they're not going to make a killing out of it. They're not going to be millionaires and billionaires. But, you may not make a killing, but you'll make a living. Yeah. And you're going to, a lot of people are going to love you. Yeah. And I don't think you'll ever be...
you're talking about some hippie shit, man.
You're not going to run out of friends, and you're not going to run out of opportunities. If you're designing world-changing stuff.
There's a growth, I need the growth in that, It's fucking, No, you're exactly right. Making it so that everyone can utilize it, whenever they need is a humble act. You know what I mean? Without chasing that profit or putting the skills into some sort of economic racket.
But it also empowers thousands of others that are going to pick it up and make it a little bit better. It's just going to be I'm looking at that printer right now, and I know of a few obvious things that I can do to make it better. Yeah. And I'll certainly try.
What we need